Gun fam, what's up? It's the Gun Brother. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's break down open carry. Do's, don'ts, why's, why nots. It's getting crazy out here, man. Let's get into it. All right, so thank you for joining Guns and Beer. Today's brew, as always, we're just going to pour up and chop it up. So if you can partake as well, feel free to do so. Today's beer is Hanya from Monkish. Taking it out to the West Coast. I don't know, that never focuses. So from Monkish, West Coast DDH IPA. So let's get into it. And this, this open carry thing has been pretty crazy lately from the videos that I've been seeing, and we got to talk about it from a couple of different standpoints, as always. Hopefully we can learn something from it. There's that, and cheers. Great as always. So lately, just been seeing a lot of videos, and I know some of them are older, but just a bunch of gun grabs, guns getting snatched and stuff like that. And just want to talk about it from a couple of different perspectives, because a lot of people think that it's not a bad thing to open carry, and in some places it's your right, or you should be your right in all places, but that a holster is the solution to all of it. And I don't totally agree with that either. For the most part, open carry is legal in a lot of the rural areas. I would think that the middle of the US, a lot of those states probably permit open carry. Here in my area, which is DC, Maryland, and Virginia, DC does not. Maryland, up until recently, you could open carry if you had a concealed permit, and that was really intended for security or law enforcement types, because nobody could get the wear and carry permit. When shall issue came into play and they had to give the wear and carry permit out, that was allowing everybody with the permit to open carry. So they closed that loophole recently. And then Virginia is open carry. So open carry, there are proponents for it, and I've seen some of their reasons. And in the more rural areas, especially, if you have varmints and stuff on your land, things like that, where, you're not in a urban congested area, I get it. As a DC Special Police Officer and DHS PSO, which is just initials for different categories of doing security, I open carry for years. So it's not that open carry can't be done, but what happens when you open carry? If you're open carrying and you're a non-uniform person, you open carry, and that gives away any tactical advantage you would have in most situations. So in other words, if somebody knows you're armed, you're the person they're going to shoot first. You're the person they're going to go after first to carry out anything that they want to carry out. That's it. That's a fact. I don't care what. Like, I've seen people try to argue that down. It's like, no, if I see you have a gun, you're the first target. I need to take you out first before I can do anything else. So that's number one. It gives away any tactical advantage that you could possibly have if somebody wants to do something bad, in general. Number two, if someone wants to do something bad to you, they're gonna go for the gun first. And this is where I say the holster doesn't always make the difference. So we're gonna go through a couple of examples, and you'll be able to see where if the holster has some retention, yes, the person, or if they were using a holster at all in some of these cases, the bad guy wouldn't have been able to take the gun so easily. But you've at minimum introduced yourself to a scuffle, because now you're practicing firearm retention, because he has his hand on the gun, it won't come out of the holster, but he's still trying to grab it. So at minimum, just having the gun visible like that, you have introduced yourself to the possibility of somebody wanting to take the gun from you. If your situational awareness is not on 190% at all times, that can happen. Again, this is as a non-uniform individual open carrying a gun. Some of these cases, it's not even, I don't even think it's open carry. It's kind of halfway concealed, half not. This could also be the case if you're concealed carrying and you're printing. In other words, people can see the outline of the gun. That can make you a target as well. If two people come at you and they're able to get your arms in a position where you can't reach the gun and then the other one takes the gun, it's a wrap. So if you're concealed carrying in a manner that people can see your gun, you are making yourself a target as well, and you might as well be open carrying it. There is no law that I've seen against printing. So some people know they're printing and continue to do it because the way the law is written, and I know that's the way it's written in Maryland, usually it just says a firearm is concealed as long as it is visibly hidden from public view. So a layer of clothing over the firearm means it's concealed. Doesn't mean no one knows it's there. So that's another thing to consider. Even when you're concealed carrying, if you're printing, you almost might as well be open carrying. I saw a guy printing so terribly one day at the gas station. He had on sweat shorts and a t-shirt. In the t-shirt, he was well fed, so the t-shirt was very tight on him, and you could see the holster in the gun, period. And it was a white t-shirt. I don't know if it was wet or not, because you could just see straight through it. And you could just see the whole gun and the holster. I was like, you might as well not have that on. And it was at a moment that I couldn't get to my phone. So because no one would believe how bad this was without seeing it. Anyway, so those two factors are in play. You give away your tactical advantage. You also make yourself a target for anyone that wants to try to take the gun from you. And that's why I don't think open carry is a good idea, especially in urban areas. So let's take a look at a couple of these, and then one of them you're actually going to be surprised at. You may have seen one or all of them. Some of them have been making the rounds recently. So let's get into it. All right, so the first one, like I said, you may have seen it. This is the one I've seen the most recently, and I think it happened recently. And I think the guy actually went after the guys that took it and ends up getting shot. So, but yeah, they saw it, cased him, and snatched it. So just take a look at it with me.
Hey, man, that's my gun, man. Get my pistol back, bro. Don't do me like that, dog. Hey, come on, bro. Bro, come on, man. Don't do me like that, dog. Hey, y'all don't do me like that, bro. Hey, come on, dog. Hey, bro. Hey, don't do me like that, bro. Hey, that was wrong, bro. Nah.
And after that, they began shooting. I'm not gonna get into the aftermath of it. I'm obviously focusing on the gun grab. So right here, the gentleman's at the cash register. They obviously knew he had it. They could tell that they could get to it. Guy's looking right at it. He looks at it, he's looking, gone. That's how fast it can happen. No retention, no holster, and no situational awareness. Okay? If you are gonna carry, you have to, when I'm in a store, something like that, I watch every person that comes in, and when that door opens, and turn my body away from those individuals. And that's when I'm concealed. They don't know I have anything on me, but I lay eyes on every single person that walks in the store and what they're doing, and try to keep myself in a way that I can react should something happen. So, but once that's out, it's a wrap. It's gone, it's in his possession. He's pleading with him. He's not giving that back. You're not gonna say, oh, my bad. That's not happening. And what's crazy is he already had an ARP with him as well. So I don't know if they moved on them knowing that they were gonna take it, ready to shoot. I mean, it's just crazy out here. So you gotta keep all this in mind. Next up, same type of situation. And I don't know if the gas station is the place to do it. I don't know why. In this case, you can see the firearm right here. And I believe in this case that he does have a holster. It looks like that is a clip to a holster right there. And I guess when the guy snatches it, he snatches the whole thing. So that's why I was saying the holster is not necessarily the answer, even though if this was more securely fastened to his person, it wouldn't have been taken away as easily. But the holster's not always the answer either if it's so visible. That makes somebody want to take it. So let's take a look at it. So the guy takes it, circles back around, and then he's pointing the gun at him. I think that's a different gun. I think that's the gun the guy had on himself, because while the guy was standing in line, it didn't look like it had that extended magazine in it. But again, once yours is gone, you can't defend yourself. If they can see it, you make yourself a target. All right, so again, same situation. Situational awareness, or the awareness at all, is directed to the cashier standing there with a gun on him. And that's it. I mean, he doesn't see him coming. I don't know if it's any reflections, no cameras, no nothing. He just doesn't see him coming to get it. And once it's gone, it's gone. Last one. And this is the one that's the reason I say that the holster is not necessarily the issue. This is a uniformed officer, appears to be. I don't know what level of officer he is, if he's law enforcement or security or anything, some sort of peace officer or something like that. But he's got 3 people standing behind him. He's conducting his business, not really paying attention to how close they are. And you have to be on 190% at all times when you're armed, period. Because you just don't know what people are going to do. So, and this one turns into a prolonged scuffle because the officer, tries to retain the firearm, but this is just because of open carry, period. Those individuals are a lot taller than the officer, so I'm sure they think that they can take them, and that's probably what this resulted in. But if the firearm wasn't visible, wouldn't have been something that they'd have been going after. So that is why my case is against open carry, not necessarily whether you have a holster or not. They know you have a firearm and they want to take it, they're going to try to. So let's watch this one. So I don't know what ended up happening to the officer. There he is. So I guess he retained the gun. Somebody else dropped the gun, picked up the gun. But again, that is what open carry is going to invite almost every time, to someone that wants to do harm to you or steal your firearm. And then the last thing I want to address is along these lines, because now a lot of people want to carry in bags. So if your bag is specifically designed to carry a firearm, it's hard for me to argue against that, but that bag can be taken off your person. I know some of the bags are easy access. Some of the bags allow you to fire the firearm from within the bag. You already have to have your hand on it though. And these, the people that are after these firearms know the bags that people are carrying firearms in. So, I've carried in bags too. My bag was designed for carry and carries various sizes of firearms. So I'm not necessarily going to argue against them, just if you have to be ready to defend it, ready to retain it, and ready to use it if necessary. So just food for thought. With that being said, again, thank you for joining me on Guns and Beer. Gun Brothers out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll talk to you soon.